Tired of waking up in the middle of the night with stabbing pain in your legs? You're not alone. For millions of older adults, those sudden cramps don't just ruin sleep, they steal peace of mind. But what if I told you those leg cramps aren't just random? They're your body's way of asking for something it's missing. Something surprisingly simple. And no, it's not another pill or supplement. In fact, the answer might already be sitting in your kitchen. Today, we're going to uncover 5 everyday foods that help you sleep through the night. Cramp-free. So let's begin, not with the symptoms, but with the foods your body has quietly been craving. 1. EGES, the morning shield. What if your breakfast could guard your legs while you sleep? For years, eggs have been praised for their protein. But for seniors struggling with leg cramps at night, the benefits go far beyond just muscle building. Because here's the truth, leg cramps aren't always about movement. They're often about recovery, or the lack of it. And your muscles can't recover properly without the right tools. That's where eggs come in. Each egg delivers 6 grams of high-quality protein, packed with all 9 essential amino acids your body can't produce on its own. That matters more than ever as we age. After 50, our muscles naturally weaken, a condition called sarcopenia. It's one reason why so many older adults experience cramps, especially at night, when muscle repair should be happening. Without enough protein, muscles fatigue, fibers don't heal, and the cramps return night after night. But eggs don't just help with strength. They support your nerves too. You see, a major cause of nighttime cramps is poor nerve signaling. When your nerves can't communicate clearly with your muscles, they misfire. You twitch, you spasm, you cramp. Eggs contain vitamin B12 and choline, 2 nutrients that protect your nerves by supporting the myelin sheath, the insulation around your nerve cells. That means smoother signals, calmer muscles, and fewer nighttime shocks that wake you from sleep. Ever wonder why some people cramp more than others, even with similar activity levels? One answer could be vitamin D. And here's where eggs offer a quiet but powerful bonus. Egg yolks contain vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium. Calcium plays a direct role in how muscles contract and relax. Without enough D, even basic movements can become painful. And if you're over 60, chances are you're getting less sun than your body needs to make vitamin D naturally. Now, here's a question worth asking. How many eggs do you need? Most studies suggest that 6 to 7 eggs per week is perfectly safe for healthy seniors. That's 1 a day, and it's a far better choice than processed meats or sugary cereals. And if you're watching cholesterol, don't skip eggs entirely. Just opt for egg whites, which still offer protein without the extra fat. Diabetics can pair eggs with fiber-rich veggies or whole grains to balance blood sugar too. So, the next time you crack open an egg, don't just think breakfast. Think recovery. Think nerve support. Think natural defense against painful leg cramps. Have you tried adding eggs to your diet before bed or at breakfast? Did you notice a difference? Leave a comment below and let us know what worked for you. Your story could help someone else sleep better tonight. Ready to move on? The next food might surprise you even more, especially if you've always believed bananas were just for athletes. Let's take a closer look. 2. Bananas, more than just potassium. You've probably heard this before. Bananas help with leg cramps. It's one of the most common tips passed around by friends, family, and even some doctors. But is it true? Well, yes and no. Let's start with what bananas actually do. They're packed with potassium, about 420 milligrams per medium fruit, which is critical for healthy muscle contraction. When your potassium levels dip too low, your muscles become overly excitable. They twitch, tighten, and cramp, often when you're lying in bed, just trying to fall asleep. Add in magnesium and vitamin B6, both found in bananas, and now you've got a food that not only helps relax muscles, but also improves nerve communication and reduces inflammation. But here's the part most people don't know. Bananas aren't a quick fix. If you eat a banana 5 minutes before bed, hoping for immediate relief, you might be disappointed. That's because the potassium in bananas doesn't work like a painkiller. It's not meant to stop a cramp already in progress. Instead, it helps maintain electrolyte balance over time, a long-term defense, not a short-term cure. So why do seniors benefit so much from bananas? As we age, our appetite can drop. We eat less, drink less, and move less. That leads to subtle but steady deficiencies in key nutrients like potassium and magnesium. Diuretics, often prescribed for high blood pressure, can flush these minerals out even faster. And if you're sweating more or not drinking enough water, your body can quickly fall out of balance. That's why just 1 or 2 bananas a day, paired with proper hydration, can make a noticeable difference in your muscle health. But what if you're diabetic? It's a fair question. Bananas do contain natural sugars, but when paired with fiber-rich foods, like a handful of nuts or a scoop of oats, they release sugar more slowly, helping keep blood sugar stable. So yes, even if you have diabetes, bananas can still be part of your anti-cramp plan. Now, here's a question for you. When do you eat your bananas? If you're experiencing cramps at night, try eating a banana 1 to 2 hours before bed, with water or coconut water. That small change might help you drift off without interruption and stay asleep through the night. Have bananas helped you manage leg cramps? Or are you trying them for the first time after hearing this? Drop a comment below. Your experience might be the tip someone else was searching for. Coming up next, a food that's smaller than your thumb, but packs more magnesium than anything in your pantry. You've probably walked right past it at the store. Let's talk about the power of pumpkin seeds. 3. Pumpkin seeds, the magnesium powerhouse. A handful a day. Could that really change your nights? If you've tried magnesium supplements before and didn't feel any difference, you're not alone. In fact, one large study found that magnesium oxide, the most common form in pills, worked no better than a sugar pill for leg cramps in older adults. That's frustrating to hear, especially when you've been hoping for relief. But here's the thing most people miss. The type of magnesium and where it comes from matters more than you think. That brings us to pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium you can eat. Just 1 ounce, a small handful, contains 168 milligrams. That's nearly half the daily magnesium need for older adults. And unlike pills, magnesium from food is easier for your body to absorb and use, especially if your digestion has slowed with age. So how does magnesium help with leg cramps while sleeping? It plays several critical roles. First, it relaxes your muscles. Without enough of it, your muscles stay tense, tight, and prone to spasms. Second, it supports nerve signals, helping your brain and muscles communicate smoothly. And third, it balances calcium and potassium in your cells, which is essential for proper muscle contraction and relaxation. When any of these systems fall out of balance, and they often do with age, the result can be painful, sudden cramping. Have you ever noticed your legs feel heavier or tighter after a long day, even if you didn't do much? That sensation could be linked to low magnesium, not just activity. For many seniors, magnesium intake quietly drops over the years. Add in medications, stress, or even mild dehydration, and your body simply doesn't have enough to keep your muscles calm at night. Pumpkin seeds do more than just supply magnesium. They also contain potassium and zinc, both of which support muscle function and recovery. And because they're rich in healthy fats, they improve blood flow, helping oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles more efficiently. Now here's where it gets personal. If you're someone who prefers to avoid extra pills, or you've tried supplements with no success, these seeds could be your answer. They're easy to sprinkle on oatmeal, yogurt, or salads. You can even snack on them by the handful. And unlike high-sodium processed snacks, pumpkin seeds are gentle on your blood pressure and your sleep. Have you tried adding pumpkin seeds to your diet? Did you notice a change in how your legs feel at night? Share your story in the comments, especially if you've switched from pills to natural foods. Others in the community will want to hear how it's working for you. Next, we'll look at something creamy and familiar, a food that quietly supports your nerves, bones, and sleep all at once. You might already have it in your fridge. Let's talk about what milk and yogurt can really do. 4. Fortified milk and yogurt. Gentle boost for nerves and bones. What if a cup of milk could quiet your restless legs? For many older adults, the idea sounds almost too simple. But simplicity is often where nature hides its best solutions. While we often think of milk and yogurt as bone food, what most people don't realize is that they're also quietly protecting our muscles and nerves, especially while we sleep. You've already heard how calcium is essential for strong bones, but calcium also helps muscles contract and relax properly. And here's the part people often miss. Your body can't use calcium without enough vitamin D. That's the link that matters when it comes to nighttime leg cramps. Without vitamin D, calcium can't do its job. The result? Poor muscle control, misfiring nerves, and sudden pain that pulls you out of deep sleep. Eggs and sunlight do provide some vitamin D, but let's be honest. Many seniors spend less time outdoors, and egg yolks only offer a small amount. That's where fortified milk and yogurt can fill the gap. Just 1 cup of fortified milk contains around 120 IU of vitamin D. Combine that with what you get from eggs or light exposure, and you're getting closer to the 800 to 1000 IU recommended for older adults. But there's more. Yogurt, especially the plain or Greek varieties, also provides probiotics, those helpful bacteria that improve gut health. Why does that matter for leg cramps? Because a healthy gut helps your body absorb nutrients better, including magnesium, potassium, and, yes, vitamin D. And that means your nighttime recovery becomes more efficient, more complete. Let's pause here and ask, when was the last time you had milk or yogurt before bed? Most people drink water or tea, but a small cup of warm milk in the evening, paired with a magnesium-rich snack like pumpkin seeds, might do more for your sleep than any supplement. It's gentle, comforting, and quietly working on your nerves and muscles while you rest. Worried about dairy or lactose? That's fair. But many brands now offer lactose-free options, as well as plant-based milks fortified with calcium and vitamin D. Almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk, all can be part of your routine, as long as they're fortified. Just read the label and make sure they contain vitamin D and calcium, not just flavor. Have you tried using milk or yogurt as part of your nighttime routine? Did it make a difference in your sleep or cramps? Share your experience in the comments. Your tip might be exactly what someone else has been searching for. And now, we're heading into the final food, one that's easy to overlook because of its size. But these tiny seeds carry an anti-inflammatory punch that could make all the difference for seniors dealing with pain, stiffness, and nerve issues. Let's dive into chia and flax. 5. Chia and flax seeds, the anti-inflammatory secret. Tiny seeds, big results. That's the promise. And for many seniors living with nightly leg cramps, it's a promise worth exploring. You've probably seen chia or flax seeds in the grocery store and thought they were just for health fanatics. Maybe even passed them by, thinking they couldn't possibly help with something as painful and personal as leg cramps. But let's take a closer look. Both chia and flax seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are more than heart-friendly. They're inflammation fighters. And for seniors, chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the most overlooked causes of muscle fatigue, nerve irritation, and yes, nighttime cramping. If your muscles are constantly inflamed, even just a little, they stay tight. They don't relax properly. They recover more slowly after walking, standing, or just living your day. Over time, this tension builds, and when you finally lay down to sleep, that's when it strikes. The cramp, the wake-up, the frustration. But here's where these tiny seeds do their quiet work. Omega-3s help reduce that underlying inflammation. They soothe the tissues. They support better blood flow, so oxygen and nutrients can reach your tired muscles. And they support the nervous system, especially in people dealing with conditions like neuropathy, arthritis, or restless legs. It's not magic, it's physiology. But it works when done consistently. Have you ever had one of those nights where your legs just feel on edge, even if you're not in pain yet? That feeling, that tension, is your warning light. And adding just a tablespoon of chia or flax seeds to your daily routine might be the natural support your body has been asking for. They're easy to use. Stir them into yogurt, sprinkle them on oatmeal, add them to a smoothie. And because they're high in fibre, they help with digestion and keep your blood sugar stable. Another win if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic. But like all the foods we've talked about today, the key isn't just what you eat, it's how often. So here's your question. Are these seeds part of your regular meals yet? If not, this might be your sign to start. Try them daily for a week or two. Then pay attention to your sleep, your legs, and how your body feels when you wake up. Have chia or flax seeds helped reduce your cramps or muscle tension? We'd love to hear your story in the comments. And someone else watching this might just find their solution in your words. Now that we've explored all 5 foods, let's take a moment to bring it all together. You might be surprised by what your next step really looks like. Stick around. So, what's really keeping your legs up at night? After everything we've covered, it's clear those painful cramps aren't just a sign of aging. They're messages, warnings. Your body's way of asking for balance, for nutrients, for care. And the answer, surprisingly, isn't locked inside a prescription bottle. It's been right there in your kitchen. Eggs, bananas, pumpkin seeds, yogurt, chia and flax. None of them are exotic or expensive. But together, they form a foundation your body can finally rest on. Because here's the truth. Your muscles don't just need to be stretched. They need to be nourished. Your nerves don't just need to be calmed. They need to be supported. And your sleep? It doesn't come from forcing your eyes shut. It comes from giving your body what it needs to let go. You've spent your life taking care of others. Now, it's time for your body to take care of you, gently, naturally, and consistently. Maybe tonight, instead of just bracing for the pain, you'll have that banana, or crack that egg, or toss a few seeds into your yogurt. Maybe it starts small, but small steps build habits, and habits rebuild strength from the inside out. Have you already started using any of these foods to help with cramps? Or are you planning to try one for the first time tonight? Leave a comment below, not just for us, but for someone else reading who might feel a little less alone hearing your story. If this helped you, consider subscribing. And if there's someone in your life still struggling with nighttime cramps, send this their way. It might be exactly what they need to sleep through the night. Stay safe, stay strong, and sleep well.